Good morning. We're out and about in the car. Anne's here as well. Well, she's driving the car. Yeah, we're out and about, and we're heading up to Chonburi, where Anne grew up, the family home. It's about 40 kilometres north up the road here. We're heading up there because I mentioned in other videos, right? At the moment, Anne's doing a hairdressing course. Anne's brother has a barber shop, right? Well, he had a barber shop, he just sold one. He's now opening a second barber shop, right? But he's opening this barber shop in the front of the family home, the traditional family home. Yeah, so we're going to have a look at what he's set up and that sort of thing. And I've run through some figures, how much it costs to start a business in Thailand, what's involved. The big thing being, there's no government regulations. There's no nanny state telling you have to do this, that, the other, and have 400 certificates and 27 licenses. And yeah, as you'll see today, you can just do whatever you bloody like. It's like, but it works. Thai people open and shut businesses at the drop of a hat because they can. They can just make something and then they can, that doesn't work, I'll start again, do another thing. Yeah, but they don't have government inspectors coming out and, plumbing inspectors and health and safety and zoning laws and none of that. I mean, that stuff does exist, but it doesn't exist to the level where it's, fascist sort of enforcement, etc. So, yeah, so we'll drive up there and have a look, and I will show you the new barber shop. We're at the family home. Yeah, that's where Anne grew up, and this is where the barber shop's now going to be built. So it's on a pretty busy road. There's all sorts of factories and things all down either end, and yeah, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, this is packed. It's traffic jam, yeah, people coming home from factories and work and stuff. So yeah, this is the house. As I said, this is where Anne grew up, and it's only tiny. It's like literally 1 bedroom, and as Anne explains, there's 5, 6 of them, 6 kids used to just sleep all in one room on the floor, which was the lounge room, yeah. There was no bedroom for each kid or... Sorry, it's a bit noisy with all the trucks out the front. We're just stuck inside. So yeah, this is the house. So just put these brand new doors in. Up there it says B Cut Barber Shop. Up this side. Oh, look at this. Wow. Oh, look at this. This looks like a little barber shop. Wow, I like those lights. They're excellent. So, now that's a barber's chair, yeah? How much was the chair? Hello?
5,200.
So this is the hairdressing salon. Yeah, that's going to go, okay. Yep. So the chair, it's a proper barber's chair, a modern version of a proper barber's chair, $200 that was. See, stuff like that in Thailand is quite cheap. Wow. Very snazzy. This is really nice. I like it. So have a big sign up out the front. So here's some of the signs that'll go out the front. That's the sign from his old shop, so that'll go out the front on the footpath. That goes down the street. Yeah. So I think he's going to have 2 or 3 big signs up the front here. It's pretty cool. I like it. It should, and he won't have to pay rent here, so it's going to be quite good. So you can see that whole setup in there, mirrors, lights, the chair, everything. He's probably literally done that for, I don't know, $1,000, yeah? Guys can make wonders with a little amount of money. And once he gets started, he'll have a regular flow of customers here, so... Yeah, so this is free enterprise in Thailand, yeah? You can make a business, you can make it really easily, you can set up cheaply. Yeah, it's good. It's what governments should do. They should just let people do shit, you know, and look after themselves. They can make their own money. There's no dramas. Anyway, I'm probably rambling on a bit. But yeah, no, I do admire Thai people, the way they just do this stuff, yeah? You know, 6 months from now, if this doesn't work, people will probably set up something else. They'll set up a fish and chip shop or something. Or yeah, it's just like they're very, very resourceful, very creative, but they're allowed to be. Yeah, so believe it or not, this house, the room we're just in where the hairdressing salon is, and upstairs is just another bedroom up there. A little lean-to kitchen on the back. Anne and 5 other siblings, so mum and 6 kids, or mum and 5 kids, all grew, you know, this is where she grew up, in what's essentially a 1-bedroom house. Yeah, different way of living, different way of doing things. I think this has a lot to do with why Anne hoards everything. Yeah, she has every plastic bag she's ever been given, every shoebox. Anyway, that's another issue.
Welcome 7-Eleven.
Can I get a haircut, please? Do you cut for long hair? Okay, thank you. These lights are great, I love them.
It's cheap ด้วยนะ cheap very cheap มาก
Did you make it big or?
handmade ด้วยนะ handmade นะ Peter very cheap เลย
Easy to make, but yeah, it's good.
ถูกเองจะทำถูกกูใส่ถึงพี่เอาทำไมแล้วขับรถจากบางแสนมาที่ใต้ให้ฟรีเลยนะกูให้ติดไป100 นึงใช่กูให้ติดไป100 นึงทั้งหมดมัน1,900 กว่าบาทกูให้ไป2,100พี่สองนิดนึง
So this will be where Anne's chair will be, ideally, just here. That's the whole idea. If it gets busy, Anne will come up and help a couple of days a week. So when is the big open? When are you open?
Next month.
Next month.
Yeah.
It's almost February.
February.
Ah, very good. And how much for one haircut?
It's not complete.
Oh yeah, but I can see it. How much is one haircut?
100. Hey.
120. Okay.
ถึง150 แอน
up to 150.
What, 150 for Falang?
No, we may have style,
Oh yeah.
vintage, something.
Yeah, vintage, fashion.
Okay, so a standard haircut is 120. Same price for a Falang, there's no dual pricing. But 150 does these sort of vintage style cuts, you know, where put lightning bolts in the side here and like, you know, shave the part down the middle, that sort of thing. Yeah, it does those sort of things. There's no photos here. But yeah, so 100 for a standard cut, no, or 120 for a standard cut, 150 for a style cut. The style cuts are pretty cool. That's a part of his business. All these guys come in and get these, you know, like trimmers up the side and then a lightning bolt here and stuff like that. And, you know, the big sort of bouffant thing on top. and a beard and that, yeah, like this vintage sort of look.
ถึงมาจังหวะพวกนี้ลูกค้าทุกทีมันก็
So there we go, barber shop. Yeah, it does this sort of haircuts, these big vintage haircuts, yeah, they're 150. But yeah, some more signage right down the street or out the front. Yeah, it's all cool. See, this sort of stuff in Thailand, a sign like that, it costs you nothing. How much was this to make this?
250 บาท
$200, but $8, yeah? That's the sort of thing that makes it so affordable. So, I was just checking, it just had these big 2 new aluminium slider doors here fitted, right? And they're huge, they're brand new, massive, you know, guys came out, fitted the whole thing. It was $400. Oh, this is insane, yeah? Like, the door handle would cost you $400 in Australia. Yeah, so 2 brand new, like they're custom made, obviously, to fit that hole. Fully installed, the whole bit. The trim around it, painted up, the whole thing. Yeah, 9,000 baht, which is about $400, which is insane, the sort of the price of stuff in Thailand. It's had brand new air conditioner put in for, oh, I don't know, probably another $400, $500. Yeah, I'll see if I can get him to add up how much the whole thing costs, but I don't think he's probably spent any more than about $2,000 or $3,000, yeah, which is great. And he can just start earning money from day one. You know, day one, there's no bank to pay back, there's none of that sort of thing. So next week when he opens, every $5 he earns, he puts it in his pocket. So, yeah. So, a lot of this stuff taps into what I like about Thailand, yeah? It's not the nanny state, yeah? This whole, you just do what you like, yeah? And it's not, they don't have all these stupid rules, regulations, everything, at the expense of enterprise and at the expense of business, yeah? Yeah, you can just, I want to make a hairdressing shop, I'm going to make it, and you can make it for a couple of $1,000 in the front of your house and make money, yeah? Can you imagine trying to do this in Australia or UK or something? You would have 527 council bloody departments on your back, licensing, zoning, parking. Oh, you know, I've lived in places in Australia where if you had trees out the front of your house like that, you can't chop them down. Yeah, you know, without permission. You have to write to the council and say, I want to chop a tree down from my front yard, can I? And if it's an Australian native, no, you can't. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, there's another side to the coin. Yeah, you can't have absolute lawlessness and stuff, but this just works, yeah. Half the population have lost their jobs, but 3 weeks later they've found another one. They've set up something else to do. Anyway, I should stop ranting. So it's got all this signage, right? This is all going to go, so it's going to make a big light box and put it out the front. So yeah, it's got it all happening. Everything to advertise it, signage. And again, this signage costs, how much was this, Anne? Hello?
350
$10 for these two, for one.
For one, it will about 700 baht.
Yeah, so the cost of this stuff is amazing, yeah? It's like $10 a sign. You know, it's that thick sort of vinyl-y stuff you can put it. So that'll all go out the front eventually. All those trees will get trimmed away. It's going to be excellent. Yes, I'm suitably impressed with what they've done so far. It's excellent. Yeah, it's got a lot to do. It's still got to clear all the front here, put the signage up, do a bit of advertising, that sort of thing. He's going to do letterbox drops, and yeah, it's all good. Weird thing in Thailand, like he's just sold his shop, his old shop, right? But he's stealing all the customers from the old shop, which I thought, if you sell a business in Australia or UK or something, right, you're selling essentially the goodwill, the name, the customer base. Yeah, you don't get to take the customers with you, which I've been discussing this with them, and they sort of think that's completely normal, that you just take the customers. So, yeah, it's odd. I know if you bought a business in Australia, it's usually part of the paperwork. You can't take the customers or that sort of thing. Yeah, it's very weird. But he's like, just for the last month, he's been telling all his customers, "Oh, here's my new premises." Yeah, very odd. And again, that's the way Thais do it. And I think the person buying it is probably completely aware of that. Yeah, they just... And the people buying it, I believe, are going to turn it from a barber shop into a unisex, like into a guys and girls. And I can't read them, but a lot of his signs say barber shop, men's barber, that sort of thing. So, but what they can tap into here, just across the road, there's a school. There's a great big school just over there. That's where Anne used to go to school, and Big used to go to school. What's happened? It's all gone dark. That's better. Yeah, so the school across the road, they'll get all the boys' haircuts straight away, right? They're going to duck over and offer some 5% discount if you attend the school or something. But Thai girls at a certain age, about 12 years old or something, they have to have the same haircuts. They all have to have the same haircuts at school, a little bob, about ear level bob. Yeah, they're not allowed to go to school with long hair and this sort of thing, or hair up or down or ponytails or anything. They have to have this standard issue haircut. So they'll get that business as well. So, and that's what they're just saying. If Anne's up here a couple of days a week, that'll be the girls' haircut days. She'll do the girls as well. And that's pretty easy because it is just this standard bob haircut. They're about this level, clunk. Chop it off, yeah, probably trim the top a little bit and you're done. Yeah. So it's yeah, it's all good, it's all go. It's a couple of big we're not far from Amatar here, if anyone's familiar. Amatar's this ginormous factory complex. It's in Chonburi, probably employs half of Chonburi, and it's 20 acres of factories, all under one big umbrella, Amatar, and they make hard drives, ball bearings, shoes. You can go in there and get anything made. If you want something made, you go to them and they tool up a line in one of their factories and make it for you. So, yeah, it employs like 50,000 people and has 20 mega factories, and so that's only literally a kilometre away. So yeah, they can start tapping into that sort of business. And just over the back there as well, there's 3 or 4 big condo complexes, right? And so you get a few Westerners in there, mainly Japanese. Japanese run a lot of this manufacturing stuff. So expat Japanese live in some of these big condos and that here. And Big was his other shops, a couple of k's over that way. He used to get a lot of that Japanese customers. Yeah, once one got a haircut, he said, recommended him, and word of mouth. And he said these Japanese customers would just come in, even if the price was 100, they would just pay 200. They would just, just give you whatever's in their pocket, 200, 300. Massive, good tippers, reputedly good tippers. So, yeah, you can crack into any of that sort of stuff. A few Western customers. He had a little bit of a Western customer base in the old shop as well. They'd come in and he'd rattle on that his sister was married to a Westerner and da-da-da. So, yeah. But it's all good. I think we'll head back home soon. This is just a update visit. Well, probably the next visit will be here at the grand opening. So he's going to get one of those air dolls, that sit by the side of the road and go like that, the air and it tells you to come in. He's getting a big one of them for out the front. So yeah, which is what Thais do on the grand opening day. Okay, we're back on the lounge of perpetual indulgence, back in the condo. Yeah, so hopefully that gives you a bit of a view on Thais setting up businesses, starting businesses and things. As I said, not a lot of red tape. Pretty easy to do. You can do it cheaply. Yeah, so we'll do another instalment when the shop actually kicks off and starts cutting hair, and see how many customers are coming each day, each week. Whether he's making a couple of dollars, that sort of thing. But yeah, no, it all looks good at the moment. I think it will do really well. The location's good. Yeah, there's no rent to pay because they own the house. Yeah, but anyway, we'll sign off here. So goodbye.
Bye-bye.
And don't forget to subscribe if you can. That would be great. Alright, we'll talk to you on the next video. Cheers.